Okay, you grass-fed, free range chicken burgers, welcome back to the channel, guys. Yes, today is a little surprise videoing because we've come back to Terry's Pond. So this is not the first time I've come back, guys. I come here every 2 weeks just to clean the filters out and stuff like that. I am going to fit an auto clean to it. I was actually here yesterday because one of the fish is poorly. So I'll flip you around without further a Scooby-Doo, a doggy-doo, a big fat pile of poo. I'll show you. So yes, guys, I don't know if you remember this. So this was Terry's Pond. This is still Terry's Pond. Unfortunately, he's not with us anymore. So it is looking good, as you can see. The water is looking very green, but it's not actually green from algae. It's green because I've had to treat with formalin and malachite green. So I think when the fish come in, can you see the fish? There's only 4 fish. One of them's a butterfly koi, which I can't actually see, which I did a scrape on yesterday. Oh, it's down there, down in that corner there, guys. There's the other 2 down there. So yes, you legends, obviously, when the fish came in, I did give them a little scrape. And I couldn't find any parasites, and I give them a dip in potassium permanganate as well. But sort of when you're doing that in the winter, they might have like 1 or 2 small parasites on them, but then because of the sudden increase in water temperature, they can just literally just spread and go like wildfire. So I came yesterday, put in some malachite green and formalin, but the formalin had all crystallised, so I keep all my medications in the fridge, guys, which you should always do. But yeah, it was only a half a litre bottle, but it had all crystallised. I'll show you. So what I'm going to do, you absolute legends, is I'm going to give the filter a clean out. I'm going to set up my microscope. I'm going to do a scrape on the fish again, because a full dose of formalin and a full dose of malachite green will get rid of Costia in 1 single dose. Don't use the premix. Use a full dose of malachite green, a full dose of formalin, formaldehyde, same thing, and that'll get rid of Costia in 24 hours. I'll put a little clip in of the scrape that I did yesterday. So I don't know if you can see all them little tiny things whizzing round. That's Costia, that is. And they've got flukes as well. I don't know where that's come from. It might have even come in on the fish, so I'll see if I can find the flukes for you. I don't know if you can see them, but they're big and they're moving about a little bit, but obviously they've been squashed by the slide. And they've also got flukes, so I've come back today. I put the treatment in yesterday. Hopefully that's got rid of the Costia. If it has, then I'm going to leave here, but I'm going to leave a bottle of fluke P to put in, which is praziquantel, which is my choice. So yes, guys, there's another bit of stuff to do. Let me show you. Let me walk you around, you legends. So this Nexus is working an absolute treat, guys. It's a Nexus 310. It's got a massive centre part, which is really good. I'll show you that in more detail. I don't know if you remember, you might have just spotted that there. I had like an old 110 UV, which I gave him when we was doing the install. But it was working at first, but then just flipping. Then it just completely packed up. I tried changing the ballast, that didn't work. I've changed the bulbs, that didn't work. And the pond went really green. So what I did, you legends, you know me, I got a hose lock, Bioforce Revolution UV, the 36 watt one, and I put it in the centre. And it cleared up within 2 weeks, and it's been clear ever since. But I did have to turn it off yesterday, because you should always turn off your UVs when you're putting treatments in. This program is full of top tips, guys. Yes, because otherwise it'll deplete the usefulness of the medication. So also, you legends, he had 2 of these air pumps which he'd bought, and the one wasn't big enough, so I bought an Awaz pump, which I'll come back and fitted. Which is powering the Nexus, because his small one just wouldn't move the media. As you can see, that's moving an absolute treat. And this little one which he bought was just powering 2 air stones, so there's like 2 air stones that side and 2 air stones that side. But I mean, it's give up the ghost, guys, basically. So I've got a small air pump which I brought with me. So I'm going to take that off. I'm going to fit that air pump. I'm going to clean out the filter. I'm going to clean out the sieve, which is working really well, guys. I did actually clean this out yesterday, but that's working well considering it's running off a 2-inch pipe. So yeah, so we're going to give that a little swill out. We're going to give that a clean. We're going to scrape the coy, set up my microscope, just check the coy to see if the Costia has gone, and then we can put some fluke treatment in. So I'll bring you back when I've set my microscope up. Testicles. I lied, you legends. What I'm going to do first is put the filter on a clean, because then that way, while I'm doing everything else, we can leave it aerating. So I don't know if I've told you this, but I am a big, humongous fan of the Nexus 310, and the reason why I am such a big fan is that centre. Let me zoom out a little bit. That centre is massive, like literally it's massive, and it holds a lot more media than the new Nexus 320 plus. It's like twice the size, so you get twice the amount of mechanical filtration. So as long as you clean it out regularly, give it a good aeration regularly and clean it out, I think that is better than the new one. Because although the new one's got the micromedia and it traps smaller particles, there's a lot less of it, and you have to clean it out a lot more often. So yes, big fan of this filter, guys. So what we're going to do, stop babbling on, perky, you legend. So we're going to turn off the water pump to the Nexus, turn off the water pump to that as well, close off the gate valve, close off the return from the pump, you legends, and then we're going to flip the air onto the inside. So I've turned off the air to the biological, and now it's macerating the inside, so it shouldn't be too dirty because I only cleaned it yesterday, guys. So yeah, because of those two parasites, waffling on and on in this video, so it had Costia and Flukes, the fish have. So if it was just Flukes, I'd just use chloramine T on day 1 and then fluke treatment on day 2. Chloramine T removes the slime coat, but because they had Costia as well, I've used a full dose of formalin, full dose of malachite green, and that should have killed off the Costia, all of it, because I used a full dose of both, and it would have removed the slime coat as well, so, or most of it. So then I would fluke P today, but obviously I was only here yesterday afternoon. The water is still a bit green, so if the Costia has gone, hopefully, fingers crossed, guys, I'll leave the fluke P treatment here to be put in tomorrow, and the UV's got to stay off when you're doing any treatments. I've already said that, and then, but I'm worried that I haven't got rid of the Costia because the formalin had like crystallised, so I'm not sure. So now that's aerating, I'll set them on my microscope, we'll catch a fish, we'll do a scrape, I'll show you that, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, you legends, we've got our slide. This net is a bit rubbish. Hopefully it'll hang in. I'm going to try and catch the same fish I caught yesterday. Oh. He's Astor strikes. Come on, Daddy. Just like that. Yes, guys, this fish is feeling very sorry for itself. So this is the butterfly koi. I'm not going to stress them out anymore. There you go, doggy. We'll have a look. Hello, doggy. Hello, doggy. Oh, cool. Yes, guys. So, we'll try and get you a bit closer. We can have a look under the microscope. I might not bend. We drop it, slide it down a bit. I'm going to see if we've. I'm going to see if all that Costia's gone. But with the amount of mucus that's come off that fish, I don't think it has. as you can see, I'm in the shade. If this was in the sun, I'd put the towel over the top of it. Let me bring you a bit closer. Let's get you a bit... Oh God, it's going to fall over. I need my cameraman. But he's got sunburn. Yes, guys. It has actually worked. It's worked. The Costia is gone. So I was a bit worried, you legends. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Let me just clean this. So guys, I'm just going to tip some of this in and show you what I mean. Try and do it while you're still on the stand. So can you see that? How it's like gone milky, and it's got all like bits in it as well. So I was worried. that wouldn't have worked, but it has. All the Costia's gone, but I can't film it on this camera, on this phone for some reason. So I'll whip out the old 9. Stop it. It's actually an iPhone 8. I'll whip out the iPhone 8 and I'll record it for you. But there is loads of flukes. Can you see? I think I've had this phone for about 10 years. I had it when it first came out. And it just about works still. So if I can hold that there. There you go, guys. So there's flukes. There's a fluke. There is actually flukes everywhere. Loads of them. But if you look, there's no Costia. If you compare that to the screen yesterday, that has literally killed all the Costia, which is brilliant news because I was really worried that it wouldn't have done. But there is tons of flukes, guys. Absolutely tons. Can you see that? Try and get it in the middle. So now we can treat the flukes. But there's absolutely loads. So I don't know if you can see in the centre, they lay live offspring. Flukes lay live offspring. So when you treat, you kill the flukes and the offspring all in one go. But as you can see, you legends, thank God for that the all the Costia is gone. I'll put this down and I'm just going to check the rest of the slide just to confirm. Testicles. Yes, you legends. That is all good to go. Well, it's a big black cock then, but it was actually a black bird. Yes, guys. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to leave the filter aerating, and I'm going to swap over that air pump. So I'll put you on a time lapse for that because there ain't been no music in this one so far, has there? Ain't been no music. I'll swap that air pump over, and I'll put you on a time lapse. Nice. Yes, you legends. So that's the filter all cleaned out and emptied. So what I did when I've set this up, guys, the waste pipe runs around there and into that, which is like a sump, and then there's a pump in there which is powered by this, which pumps it out around and through the wall. And it used to go that way, but what was happening was it was running back along the wall and coming back inside here. So you legends, you might have seen me in that time lapse, I've just extended it, and instead I've run the pipe up that way and round behind that tree so it won't come back. Look at that, guys. Can you see that? Whoa! Nearly stacked. Look at that. Look at that for a magic mushroom. I wonder if you can eat that. Probably not. Probably not the best thing to do. So we've got the pumps back on. So that is working again now. I've just got to stick the other one back on. That one. That one. Why doesn't that come on? Dope! Don't know what's happening there. That pump's for the Nexus, but this pump isn't working. That's that one. Houston, we have a problem. I'll bring you back. And there you go, guys, nothing was edited out of there at all. They've blown a flipping fuse, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm always wiring stuff up live. I don't know why I do it, because one day I'm going to get a shock, you know, and it's going to be shocking. So yes, I don't know why it's blown a fuse, but that's working out, that's working out. The air pump is now working. The filter's filled back up again. The UV's left off, guys, because we got the treatment in. The shower's working a treat. Considering that is running off a 2-inch pipe, that's working remarkably well. So yes, guys, I've moved that pipe so it stops the water coming, because the water was running back down and then through the wall. So now that runs up there. So what have we got left to do? You absolute legends. What I think I'm going to do is, you know that butterfly koi, it is absolutely smothered in mucus. They've been formalin and malachite greened, and it is absolutely covered in mucus. What I might do, you legends, the water is starting to clear up actually, but it is still too green to put the other treatment in, so I'm going to leave the treatment here to be put in tomorrow. And I might just dip the fish in PP, 1 gram per 6 litres for 3 minutes, and then that'll remove all the mucus, and then put them back in the pond, and then we can put the fluke treatment back in tomorrow, and then I'll come back here in 5 days just to do some more scrapes and check all the parasites are gone. And then, you legends, I don't know if you know Steve, who come to Ken's to pick that kahaku. I think he's gone back and got the goshki actually. He knows an old couple that are closing down the pond, and they want to get rid of their fish. It's about 2.5 hour drive there, and about 2.5 hour drive back. But I think they'd go well in this pond, because obviously there's only 4 fish in here, and the summer's here, and it'll just make it a little bit more alive, won't it? The filter should be mature by now, so. Right gang, we're about further a Scooby-Doo. I've got a small bowl, I'm going to wash that out. We're going to put some potassium permanganate in. We're going to catch the 4 fish, and we're going to dip them for 3 minutes. Nice. And there you go, guys. That is 4 dipped koi. So they've been treated with formalin and malachite green, which I was a bit worried about because the formalin had gone and crystallised and turned white, but it did work, and all of the Costia has gone. But they still did have quite a lot of a slime coat on them, which the slime coat will protect the flukes when I put the fluke treatment in. So I have just given them a dip, as you can see. So they've been dipped in 1 gram. So that little bucket I used, guys, that was 12 litres in there. So I used 2 grams, caught the fish, aerated the PP, put that in just for 3 minutes, and that will have got rid of all of their slime coat. So now tomorrow the fluke P can go in. So we're just going to work out the dosage for that. I've got to take a little bit out. The pond's 4,000 gallons. I'm pretty sure that treats 5,000 gallons. So I've just got to take some of that out there, which I can put into another bottle. Yeah, so we've swapped the air pump, which is powering these little air stones in the corners. We've cleaned out the filter. The UV's still off. What else have we done? Cleaned out the sieve. Just had to swap the fuse in the pump because that blew for some strange reason. I have absolutely no idea why. So yeah, I'm going to get packed up, guys, and I'll bring you back at the church. Terry is sadly missed, guys, but this pond is definitely in his memory, and he's definitely still in my thoughts, guys. Also, I'm going to come back because I want to put some coping along there and along that one as well at some point, but I got them, guys. I bought them from Ellswood Garden Centre and they've stopped doing them. So I think they do the square edge ones. See how I've put the bull nose on the inside in case the fish jump? They don't do that anymore, but I think they do the square ones. They do the square ones. I've got PP all over my hands. So hopefully I'll be able to cut them down and fit it along there and just along there. So yeah, I'm going to get the lids and stuff on, guys, and I'll bring you all back at the church. Nice. I just thought it'd be nice to revisit and show you guys. I have been coming here every 2 weeks, but I just thought it'd be a nice little update for you legends that follow this channel. If you haven't seen this build of for Terry, I'll link it in the description. Testicles. Okay, you legends, we are back at the church. Yes, guys, it has been a busy week, and this is one well-deserved beer. You absolutely know it makes sense. Yes, guys, so I did promise Terry that I'd look after his pond if anything happened to him, so I do go every couple of weeks, guys, clean out the filter, check the fish. The UV blew, so I went and fitted another UV. His air pump weren't big enough to macerate the media in the filter, so I bought another one, an OR's one for it, which is working an absolute treat. So yes, guys, if you haven't seen, there's like I think 3 or 4 videos on Terry's build. He's a subscriber, was a subscriber. He used to message me and stuff, and he knew he was poorly. He wanted to get his pond finished. His kids wanted him to get his pond finished and stuff. So I was chatting with him. He had a little budget, which basically covered all the materials, the windows, the liner, the insulation, and whatnot. And yeah, we went over and did it just for the cost of that, guys. So, but he was an absolute legend, and he lives on in here. He was an absolutely outstanding guy, absolute legend. Where legends become legends, he was a legend. He was funny, he was clever. I sat and chatted with him for hours and hours, guys. So yeah, he's sadly missed. But yeah, I go back, keep on top of the pond, guys. And I just used money from this channel, basically. So I bought the air pump with money from the channel, and the UV and stuff like that. And in my time's my time, so yeah, I'll just go back. I made a promise and I keep it, so I'll go back and clean the filters and stuff. So, yeah, let's get back on track. The parasites that was in the pond, guys, this time of year, you could have like 1 or 2 parasites. Because the temperature suddenly goes up, the parasites can just explode, like multiply at an absolutely astonishing rate. So this time of year is a good time to do scrapes, check your fish, and treat for any parasites before they do explode and you do start to get damage on your fish and you do start to lose fish. Another top tip for you legends is don't over treat like that. What I put those fish through was quite extreme. You know, it's a strong dose of formalin and malachite green, then a PP dip, and then a fluke treatment. That is quite harsh, guys, but I've done the scrapes, I've got the knowledge, and after those 3 treatments, that pond will be good to go for the rest of the year. So never treat blind, guys. Never think, oh, I think I've got this or I think I've got that, and just start throwing treatments in willy-nilly, because it can cause a lot of sepsis in fish where their immune system just collapses and they just start falling apart and dying. And then people are like, what's going on with my pond? And then, oh, I've got bacteria problem. And it's not, it's just because you've literally put your fish through hell and constantly, and it's just not good. You're better off if you find like 2 or 3 flukes just to leave them. If you've treated for flukes and you've treated for this, that and the other, and you're still doing scrapes and you find 1 or 2 flukes, just leave them. Give them a few months to recover, your legends. I have made some notes. Yeah, so it's time, I think, to add some more fish to Terry's pond. Now, Steve Boother, I think his name is, he's an absolute legend. The guy I took to Ken's, he knew an old couple. I did mention it in the video, but they actually died, and it was their children that were trying to move the fish on. So I says to him, look, but, you know, I could take them for Terry's pond sort of thing, but they've sold them. So apparently they found some certificates and stuff, and they've managed to sell them on. So, and then there was another guy, I think his name is Steve as well, a disabled guy, another legend that watches the channel. He had 3 12-inch kahaku that he wanted to move on. But I've been that busy, I just haven't been able to get over to him to pick him up. And now he's got rid of them as well. So, you legends, if there's any dealers out there, Ken, you absolute legend, or Bill at LA Koi, or any other dealers that fancy lending a little helping hand, maybe give me a bit of a discount or something, or throwing a few fish my way, let me know. And next weekend I can come over, visit, we could film, you know, could make another, the quest for the best koi dealer in the world continues, couldn't it? So yeah, anyone out there willing to, any dealers, not you guys obviously, that are willing to help out, just give me a shout and we'll come and visit you next weekend. Yeah, so, oh, if you're new to the channel, guys, I'll leave the link in the description for Terry's pond, so you can just go. There's about 3 or 4 videos, I think I've mentioned that already, so I'm not going to waffle on. Yeah, so anyone that's subscribed to the channel, I'm more than happy to help you with your pond, with your parasites. If you do a scrape, you can't see nothing, video it, send me the result, I'll have a look through it for you. There's a guy I'm helping at the minute, what's his name, Mark, a legend. He's just messaged me, so he's fitted, he's got 2 easy pods, one running his bottom drain, one running his skimmer, but whoever told him to set it up told him to use 1.5 pipe, so he's got no flow through his easy pod to his shower. So I've been helping him through WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp. So guys, yeah, if you need help, I might not get back to you straight away because I am really busy. If anyone calls me through the day, I don't answer my phone during the day. Because I don't think it's fair on the customer if I'm walking around on my phone all day. So yeah, but leave a message or send me a WhatsApp, send me on Facebook Messenger, whatever, and I'll do my very best to get back to you and help you out as well. So yeah, he was saying like I forgot like a donation page where he can send me some money to buy some beers and stuff for helping him. But yeah, it's not about that, guys. I just want to help. I just love what I do, and I don't, if you know, I want to help people. So that's just who I am, I guess. So. That's enough of me rambling on, you legends. What's coming up? One of my friends and a customer of like 15, 16 years passed away, John Lohman, absolute legend. And his wife can't take care of his fish. I did go over and film it, but just film some of the fish to sort of put them up for sale. His wife doesn't feel that she's able to look after the koi. He's got some absolutely stunning, fabulous koi that he's bought through me. Like I say, over the last 15 years, I've handpicked a lot of them myself. And I don't know if you remember Keely's pond, the lady that lost a whole collection of fish through to some bad information, treating with PP. So she's going to purchase the whole collection, guys, which I think is fabulous because the whole collection is going to go to her pond, which is huge. It's 24 foot by 20 foot and 6 foot deep. So she's going to have his whole collection, and it's Bank Holiday Monday tomorrow, so me and the little legend upstairs are going to start moving them. So I've bought some containers, guys, to put them in. I've put some silicone around it. I've put some airline, some air stones in. I'll show you in the next video, and it's basically they're about 1 metre wide, about this sort of, and quite deep, and that way I can move the fish. I've got an air pump which is for blowing your tyres up, and so it plugs into your cigarette lighter, so I've got that all rigged up, and we'll see how that goes. So we're going to move all those fish over tomorrow, so I'll probably video that for you absolute legends. I've got like 3 or 4 videos because I video most days, guys, but it's just deciding which one to sort of put up. And I don't want to be posting videos daily because you'll just get flipping bored, do you know what I mean? So, without further Scooby-Doo, guys, I'm going to let you go. Hope you're all having an amazing bank holiday weekend. Take care of yourselves, guys. Take care of your koi. Take care of your loved ones. God bless each and every one of you. I love each and every one of you. Nice. Cheers, guys.